my balls.
Javi? I'm just going to have my balls. Just going to make it not possible to put it on the internet. It can only go on OnlyFans. It can't go on YouTube.
Exactly.
Welcome to This Week in Sparkling Water. I'm your host, Joakim Eriksson. And today we have a guest. I wasn't going to do guests for like a long time, but today we got to do it. My guest today is Javi. How are you, Jav?
I'm doing good, Joey. How are you?
Okay.
I've been forced into this.
Yes, this episode is going to be kind of a struggle because it's midnight. It's midnight, and we had a very long day. Yeah. But we're doing something. We're doing an a little bit better posture. We're doing an emergency podcast. It's like at the podcast 538. Whenever there's like news breaking, they'll do like a podcast in the middle of the night, and that's what we're doing. And we're just gonna talk through the day's events. Yeah. Because we had such a long day.
Yeah, we're kind of at a state of emergency here.
Yeah, we're at a state of emergency. Do you have your phone?
No, I just plugged it in, actually. It's not
okay, that's all good. So the day started with me being in a really, really bad shape.
Yes.
Because I keep getting rejected by women.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
To begin with.
Yeah, I was in a bad state because I keep getting rejected by women, and I keep having the selective memory of only remembering the women that reject me and not remembering the women that don't reject me.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is kind of becoming an issue.
Yeah, it's becoming an issue. So I had to do some stuff, and then you came back to the house, and then you were nice enough to agree to go with me.
Yeah.
To do stuff, just to be moral support. Now you actually really needed that. Like I couldn't have done.
I think we both needed it, Joey.
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah, so so I took these things that I bought from China, these vacuum seal bags, and first we went to the store, right? No,
we didn't go to we went straight to the storage.
No,
You're right.
Yeah. So it started out real good. Where first we go to the store and I offer them this product and they just immediately buy it and put it on the shelf. Like he literally took it, kept it in his lap, looked at it, wouldn't respond.
Like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But it dragged out. The 3 seconds felt like an eternity.
It was 3 long seconds of him looking at it. And I've decided to label myself and I'm real stressed out. And
by the way, the label looks great. Excellent work. Oh, we got
the label looks like this. It's called the Squatch Sack.
Yes.
So it's a vacuum seal bag, and you came up with the name, Hav.
I did.
Yeah. You said it as a joke.
Very playfully.
Yeah. Yes, and then I ran with it. So the store owner, he just looks at this bag, and then he just like says, okay. And then he just wanders over to one of the shelves and just sort of like puts it on his shelf.
Ready to sell.
And I was like, wow, that was so much easier than I thought.
And it was exactly like you wanted, too. He offered a check.
Yeah. He's going to give me bank money.
Yeah, it's not just like...
He's going to pay, not like I'll pay you 60 days after I buy it. He's just going to pay me.
Yeah. We could have been asked for anything better.
Yeah. So the day started out with this like really good thing that happened. And then we had to go to the storage unit where I keep all the inventory for the company. And then...
That's when we went to Staples. That's where the store came in. There was another store visit, wasn't there?
Oh, no, that was after. Yeah, that must have been first. Yeah, first we went to Staples and got some new boxes. And then we turn off from Staples. Mm-hmm. And then that's when things get dicey.
Yeah.
And then so we turn off away from the highway on like... What's that street called?
I think it was Idaho, Maryland.
Yeah, Idaho, Maryland. Yeah, where Safeway is. And then, so we're driving down Idaho, Maryland towards the Loma Rica Street area where all the warehouses are. And then you start to make these really big noises.
Yeah, they didn't even make sense.
Yeah, you were just like, oh my God. And you were sort of gesturing in this direction. And where he was gesturing, it was like flat land where there used to be buildings, right? There used to be buildings, right?
That's right.
Or a forest.
It's just been completely clear cut.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this like huge, vast dirt area. And I'm like, yeah, Hav, they are developing that area.
And I
like,
wasn't talking about that.
Like, calm down, Hav. Calm down, Hav. Yeah, I know there used to be some trees, and now it's like an incredibly large dirt area. Mm-hmm. But that's not what Hav was looking at. No. Hav was looking at this like enormous
column of smoke.
Column of like purple. It's like,
dude,
it starts out colored weird.
It was.
And like, so the context of all of this, right, is like there's the Dixie Fire going already. It's the second biggest fire in the history of California.
And I was already complaining about the smoke earlier in the day.
We've had uninterrupted blanket of smoke over the whole town.
It's true.
For like 3-4 weeks, at least.
At least.
Yeah, which definitely made the COVID outbreak worse. Like I was saying, how...
Now you don't know whether you're sick or not. Because now you just have smoke lung.
Yeah. Everyone's just coughing and your throat always hurts. So everyone's walking around with COVID not knowing it.
Yeah.
So everyone had COVID. Javi had COVID.
I almost died. Yeah.
And Javi was such an angel that he didn't give COVID to me, even though we lived together.
That's when I chose not to share.
Yeah.
No more sharing.
Yeah, we didn't share there for a while. No. But we did share...
There was a vape pen.
We did share a vape pen there while you were in the middle of COVID, and it's a little bit of a miracle that I didn't get COVID there. But and then so there's the Dixie Fire, and then there was the Colfax Fire, which was actually super dramatic to me because I just got a text.
Right.
That it's like, oh, there's this big fire, like, keep an eye out. And then I had already noticed that, like, the sunlight color was weird.
Yeah, when you wake up, it's like this amber hue that's just coming through the window.
Yeah, excuse me. It's like not really regular daylight color.
No.
It's like, it's amber. And it's got this like weird darkness to it.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like real spooky.
It's like light going straight through amber.
Yeah. And then I just stepped out on the porch, and then the Colfax Fire happened. It just so happens the direction it was is like exactly where our porch is pointing. So there was just this like, and that was far away, ish.
Yeah, it wasn't too close. Not it's like compared to what happened today. It was a lot further.
Yeah, because it's like a 25-minute drive to Colfax.
Yeah,
less maybe.
About 20. Yeah, it was off of U-Bet, so it was like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, but that day I stepped out. That was like 3 weeks ago, and I stepped out on the porch, and there was just like this. It went from like side of the horizon to side of the horizon, exactly in front of the porch, just like this enormous purple plume mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
And it was just like a very dramatic thing. And
I wasn't here for that.
No, you weren't here. And then I was, and I'm like alone, and I'm like, so what do I do? And I'm like, oh, my car doesn't have any gas. So I like put my computer in my car, and I went to the gas station, and all the gas stations were... You couldn't even get into the gas stations.
No, it's just complete chaos. Always.
Yeah, because there's like, everyone can see the smoke and everyone wants to get ready.
Yep.
And then I found one gas station, a Speedway, where all the pumps were broken, so you could get in there. And then in the back, they had one pump that was working, so at least I could get onto the premises and get in line. Because the other ones you couldn't
even manage to get in line.
No, you couldn't even get in line on the other ones.
That's bad.
It was real like dicey.
It's like post-apocalyptic type situation.
It's like, and then I got in line, and then the lady in front of me had all these like red
baby bottles. Filling them up with gas.
Yeah, exactly. She had all these sippy cups.
Yeah.
Javi, you got to get the mic a little bit closer to me.
Oh, yeah. Let's put this.
She had all these
right
sippy
face.
Cups.
There we go.
That she was filling with gasoline. Car sippy cups.
Yeah. And you can't spill.
Yeah, you can't spill. So fires happen. But then today we're driving, and then Javi starts freaking out. And then I look, and there's like this enormous plume of smoke, and it's suddenly there's like 3 emergency vehicles behind me.
Yeah,
and that was
a moment of panic.
Yeah, and I got real stressed, and I was like, because
you just start licking your lips. vigorously.
Licking your lips. That's what I did, bro. But yes, it's a reoccurring theme on the podcast that I'm a really shitty driver.
Yeah. Okay, so you've gone through this.
It's been
before.
discussed how. I drove down here in a U-Haul and how that was dicey.
Okay, so there is the origin story.
Yeah, I told that story last episode. So
that's a good way to start.
yeah, so I'm a bad driver still. I'm getting better.
No, you've improved dramatically.
I have now driven 10,000 miles.
Yeah, that's a huge improvement.
Which is the first hump.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yeah. That's so nice of
There's
you.
been.
That's so funny. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Joey,
But I used to be a terrible driver. Did I
you
used
used to hold the steering wheel with both hands and just like have your elbows locked.
And that's not right?
It's not happening.
It's not how you do it?
No, not now. You have a little relief in your elbow.
A little elasticity?
Yeah.
So is there anything else like about how I was a shitty driver that comes to mind?
A lot of heavy braking.
Yeah, when I visited my buddy Dave in San Diego, I drove the taco all the way down to San Diego. And then, in my defense, I had just broken my right foot, so I was driving with my left foot. And I was wearing slippers, like bath slippers made of rubber. And San Diego is like super hot, so my foot was like super sweaty. And this slipper is like slipping around on my left foot.
You're just sloshing around.
Yeah, I'm sloshing around on this sweaty slipper
That's the
on my
worst.
left foot.
No.
And then I keep braking super hard. And I was like asking Dave if he wanted to give me some feedback on my driving. And then he goes, yeah, well, when things fly from the back seat into the front seat, that means you're braking too hard. That's what he told me. He was like, generally like, okay, looking for some feedback,
my
like
God.
when things relocate from the back of the car to the front of the car, that's too hard.
We don't want that.
No, that's bad. So brake less hard.
You almost knocked him out with some stuff.
But I also didn't, like I haven't gotten in a lot of wrecks,
No, I think you've avoided the wrecking part.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. I've been close though. I've been close, dude. And like
You almost took somebody out.
yeah. When?
What was the build up to that when you were on a date with the girl?
Oh yeah, that was very dramatic. It was
You haven't talked about that.
I haven't. No, it's a very specific incident. That what happened is that we're in Sacramento. We are at a nice posh nightclub, and then we're leaving, and we're driving through. I'm driving, and we're driving through downtown Sacramento at like 11:30 p.m. And it's in a little residential street, and then there's a cop right behind me. And I'm driving, and I'm probably locking my arms.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
because I'm aware of the cop.
Yeah.
And the cop is really what they say in America. He's riding my ass.
Striking
Yes.
fear into you.
Yes, he's striking fear into me. He's riding my ass. He's really close. And then I have a green light on this little residential street. Like they get pretty narrow.
They
Residential?
do. Yeah.
And then a homeless person on a bicycle comes from nowhere. And even though I have a green light, just rolls out in front of me. And I slam on the brakes. And we just like fly around in this car. And I can hear the cop, his tires screeching.
Because he's about to kill somebody.
He's about to slam into the back of my...
Oh, he's about to slam into your truck.
Yes, he's behind me. And I am slamming the brakes to not kill this homeless person who's biking in front of me, even though I have a green light.
Yeah.
And he's right behind me, and I can hear his tires screeching, and it was terrifying. And then I thought he was going to pull up in front of me, get out of the car, and just shoot all three of us.
Yeah.
Just shoot me, the girl, the homeless guy, and just like drive off.
That would have happened. He would have shot both of you.
Yeah.
If you would have actually killed the person.
Yes, to just like tidy it up.
Oh yeah. Button up.
Yeah, to button up you don't want any loose ends.
Nope. For some reason, I always pictured in my mind that the cop was to the side of you, and he was gonna hit the person because he didn't have a clear shot of the guy coming on his bike.
Right. No, he was right behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
that would have ended terribly.
Yeah, that would have ended terribly. But anyway, so today we're driving. We discover we just see this plume of smoke, and it's sort of dawning on us that it's very close.
Yeah.
Like with each passing second, we're like, this is a very big fire, and it's very close. Like this is not in Colfax.
No,
like this is not 3 towns away.
Pretty serious.
Yeah,
the plume was huge.
Yeah, and then we're driving, and I'm panicking, and I managed to pull over, and I almost put us in the ditch. Honestly, when
I don't remember that because I was so focused on the plume of smoke.
And like I let them pass because when there's emergency vehicles, you're supposed to pull over and let them pass. Yeah, I remember that from driver's ed.
Improvement.
Yeah. So then we turn towards the storage unit where I have all the inventory, and it's like the fire's on our left, and it's like not far. No,
we actually got a pretty good view from the storage unit.
And because the storage unit, you drive uphill and you get to this like edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
Like it's really it's really on the side of this like huge
It was
hill.
made for that moment.
Yeah.
They put it there for us.
Yeah, you're really at a lookout point.
Yeah.
At the storage unit.
Yeah.
And then everyone it's like in a time of emergency, there's this great sense of community where like
I felt it.
Yeah, like all the people come out and everyone's just standing and looking at the fire, and everyone's just talking to everyone, and there's just like an open.
Yeah, all guards are down for some reason.
Yeah,
and it's like this chain link of everybody being able to get along. All of a sudden.
It's just like for now we're going to put everything aside.
Yeah,
and I'm just talking to some lady.
You were, instantly,
and
became
it's like,
friends.
And her kid was screaming something all manic. And
then we went to the storage unit.
Yeah.
And realized there was another fire.
Yeah.
Just like 100 yards away.
Less.
Maybe
I would
less.
say it was like,
we could hear the crackling.
Close. We could hear the crackling. We could see the flames. It was just like the plume rose, and the plume carries these embers with it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they just rain down ash and just embers rain down everywhere and just start more fires. And that's called a spot fire.
Yeah.
So we're standing in the storage unit, and suddenly there's just a fire outside of the fence of the storage place, pretty much. It's on that road. It's on Idaho, Maryland, on our side of the street.
I mean, we were right next to it.
It's like 2 businesses down.
Easily.
And then we got the radio going, and it's like such a post-apocalyptic mix of like country jazz and them just screaming like mandatory evacuation. And it's like just going between those two.
I don't remember any of that. My brain just blocks everything else out.
Yeah.
And it's like in the field of my vision, that's all I'm focusing on.
Yeah. You shot some good videos of those fires. And then I was like, look, we're not just taking inventory for this deal I made today. We're like emptying the storage unit because this shit's burning down. Like, I'm not losing all this inventory in a forest fire right now.
There was a chance that you would have lost everything today.
Yeah, there was a fire like 50 meters from my storage unit.
On the day of your first sale.
Yeah, yes.
Your official first sale.
Yeah. My first to a store.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should we're gonna drink one water now.
Yeah, let's do the water thing. I want some water.
So there's 3 waters.
Oh, is it bubbly water?
Yes, it's This Week in Bubbly Water.
I can't stand bubbly water.
Is that real? No, that's not real. That's not real. I was worried for a second. So we're gonna do. This is Kimino brand.
Oh, yeah.
Today we're doing apple.
Ooh.
So this is like super fancy in a glass bottle.
Is it called Ringo?
Yeah, so Ringo is Japanese for apple. Don't you remember that from being a little anime virgin?
I don't remember. No.
Mm-mm. Javi always had women. Didn't learn a word of Japanese.
Not at all. Do we cheers?
No.
No.
I mean, it was not I didn't have video before.
Oh, That's right.
This is all very like unplanned out. Like I wasn't even going to have a guest for like weeks.
I see. But wait, so this means I'm your first guest.
Absolutely. First on-camera guest.
On-camera guest.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Am I jumping the gun and drinking?
So you have to smell it first. Yeah.
It's got a hint of apple.
Yeah, it's gentle. It's gentle.
Yeah.
But it's cold. And it's hot up here. And it's late at night.
Bro, it's so hot up here.
It's not hot up here.
Yeah, what's going on? All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's also gentle in flavor.
It is one of those things where, like, the fact that they brand it all fancy is silly. Because this is super normal.
It is. They put a lot of effort into that and not the product.
This is like regular, good, fresh pressed apples and sparkling water. Nothing funny.
It's actually pretty good. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of sparkling water.
Yeah, you are.
But,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, but tell me. Yeah, you
but
have
this
to
is
score
good.
it.
This is good.
Yeah. You have to score it 0 to 10.
Mm. All right, we got to get the full.
I'm saying 7.5 because it's like, yeah, I'll drink that. That's all right.
I'm going to say a 5, a solid 5.
Just making sure that we're recording. Okay, so a 5. Ooh, that's ruthless, but okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kimino apple. So the thing is that there's 2 Kiminos here, and they're just the packaging is different. Huh.
So I have a question: is how do you get your hands on so many different types of bubbly water?
Well, since you asked, Hav, I just email the companies and say that I have a sparkling water podcast, and then they send me samples.
That's where they're coming from.
Yeah.
You're going directly to the company.
Yeah, you just email them, and they have never heard of anyone wanting to review or market sparkling water. Like, they're all very excited to be involved. Because no one has ever cared about them. Like, no one has ever given a shit.
Bro, because honestly, I've like walked by the shelf and I'm just like,
yeah,
I've never seen any of these in my life.
Yes, they're all...
There's no chance of me coming across that variety in
These
town.
are... No, I definitely have a bigger sparkling water collection than any, like, store.
You do?
Yeah. But these I paid for. Actually. So I don't know why they don't call them anything different, but this one is 64% juice and this one is 24% juice. So the next one we'll try is just the same thing, but
it's going to be more bubbly.
A different ratio. Yeah. So, okay. So then going back to the storage unit. We're at the storage unit. There's a fire right next to it. After that, I think lots of dramatic things happened in quick succession.
Yes.
Because things started falling apart because just so happens right where the storage unit is was like the center of the zone that they then sent a mandatory
evac
notice.
Mm-hmm. And we're trying to load your truck up.
Yeah. So we're loading the truck up and trying to drive out. And it's all good and we're getting out of there, but like traffic gets crazy.
Yeah, it happened instantly. Like, because people just panicking.
Yeah, everyone just had to leave. And then there were just so many wacky things. Because, like, there's suddenly, like, 5 vehicles on the street behind us because of that spot fire that just happened there.
Yeah.
And then there's airplanes and helicopters that just show up within 25 minutes.
It was impressive.
Of the fire starting.
Yeah. And then there was the fire truck that was just like, it looked like maybe he was up on the sidewalk.
Yeah. In front of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to like get to the highway and there's just like cars everywhere. And it's like a little bit like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's like The Walking Dead.
The cars are just, and doors open.
Yeah.
Limbs hanging.
And there's just like people between all the vehicles.
Yeah.
And like there's a fire truck being busy with 2 homeless guys for some reason up on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Very strange.
And then like people like cutting and not letting the ambulances through. And there's just so many emergency vehicles.
Yeah.
And then we get closer to the highway. Things still move along. Like,
It was steady.
yeah, it was working. And then, like, the first dramatic thing was like a big 18-wheeler truck with a big silver tank on the back that just says
great.
flammable.
Yeah. Trying to head straight towards the
He's
fire.
turning straight towards the fire. Like, oh yeah, someone go puffed
Yeah.
10,000 gallons of gasoline for this fire. Someone is door dashing gas into the fire. And a cop U-turns to swerve in front of him
Oh, yeah.
to block him
Full interception.
and just jumps out of his car and goes, no!
It was so dramatic.
Dude, it was so dramatic.
Extremely
A
dramatic.
cop. And like, dude, today I have just gained so much respect for those people.
Yeah.
They're actual heroes, bro.
Yeah.
Because, like, they don't have to do that. No one is there's no manager hovering over him, making sure that he does that.
No, but essentially they're trying to preserve themselves too,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody else, of course.
Yeah, but they put themselves at considerable risk.
Oh, yeah.
He swerved in front of a big tanker.
And
then
used
like,
his body to stop.
yeah, and like jumps out and runs in front of this big 18-wheeler truck and is like, no, don't drive the gasoline into the fire.
And we witnessed it all.
Yeah, and when we're getting on the highway, we have to like snake around the 18-wheeler. Everything's like right in your face.
Yeah.
And then we get on the highway and it's like, I mean, I shot a video and it's like, okay, so first of all it's like, when we were leaving the storage unit, that's when I told you that you had to drive.
Oh, yeah. You made me assume responsibility to get us home.
I just felt like this is not my time.
It's a good choice, Joey.
It is a good choice, right?
Because it was kind of hectic.
It was kind of hectic, and you know, like, yeah,
And there was people on the highway just like lined up on the side, rubbernecking, like it's 4th of July.
like the whole highway is just full of
Yeah.
people and parked
Everywhere.
vehicles,
Yeah.
and
You know what was weird though is that
Yeah.
there was smiles on all those people's faces. It's like if you
Yeah.
looked at them, 90% of the people
Yeah.
were just like in full joy.
that's pretty disgusting.
It's
huh?
weird, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
I noticed. I didn't say anything at the time, but
Yeah,
it was definitely something I noticed.
yeah,
A little weird.
that is weird. But yeah, and like we're driving, and I'm filming the fire. The whole fire is on our right, and then almost the most, like the thing that I thought was the most movie-esque of the whole thing was these airplanes coming in real close. Like they're just like 10 meters above the treetops.
Dude, that was the moment right there.
Yeah. Dropping bright red fire retardant. Just like poof, 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 on the fire. And
That's-
it's like,
First time I've seen him get that low.
yeah,
Ever.
very cinematic
Yeah.
and terrifying.
It was like precision drop.
You know,
sure.
I thought it was terrifying because I didn't know if this is like how it always is or if this is what it's like before a town burns down. Like, I didn't know which of those two we were at because I've
Right.
never been here during a fire season.
I mean, we could have very easily burnt down today.
It seemed dicey.
Dude, I thought it was about to happen. Like,
Yeah.
it was a big fire and it grew fast.
Yeah, like we're checking like the evacuation zones on the phone, and it's like first it's one zone, and then they haven't even. Normally they do a big buffer around it of like suggested, like if you need more time, evacuate. They didn't even have time to do anything like that. It was just like people here legally have to leave right now, and they didn't mention anything else. And then it just like blew up until 4 more zones, and then 3 more zones, and the direction was exactly where we live.
Yeah, but you know what it is because it's a little more centralized because we're in town.
Yeah. And the big thing that people in this area know that I didn't know until I moved here is like there's a huge difference between a forest fire out in the forest and
There
like
is.
when there's a big foresty area in town-ish in civilization that starts burning. Because when
Right.
you have roads and access, you can do something about it.
Yeah.
But like when it's just forest burning.
And you have to hike people and like fly people in,
Yeah.
dozers and all that.
Yeah.
There's not very much access.
No, and you got to just let it rip.
That's true.
They just let it rip.
Just burn.
They just let it burn until it gets to
Until
a road.
it gets to them.
Yeah. Instead of going to it. Yeah, so
It's
it's
going to go this direction.
You know, when that spot fire happened like 50 meters from the storage unit, I felt like that was the beginning when I was like, oh, everything's on the table here. Like, no bets are,
No.
the town might burn down.
I was feeling that.
Yeah.
At some point.
So then we're driving home on the highway, and it's like, there's people parked along the highway looking at the fire. There's the airplanes dropping fire retardant and helicopters. And then like, we don't have any water at the house. I just finished the last water bottle.
Right, yeah.
So we're totally unprepared for anything, even a normal day. And so I'm like, we got to get some water if shit's going to hit the fan.
We're going to last for
even a day.
Water. Yeah.
Like if we're hoping to survive more than 24 hours.
Essentially.
And you're like, let's go to Safeway. And then when we get up on the Safeway, get closer to the Safeway exit, it's like mayhem.
Yeah, even before we get there, you're like, no, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit further away from the fire.
And then we get there, and it's just like pile up.
It's complete gridlock. And then there's this another very cinematic moment. There's like this white Cal Fire pickup truck that's like driving towards the exit and then sees that it's full of cars and just does like Jurassic Park. What do you call it? Apocalypse driving? Just like swerves off the road into like this dry brush.
Yeah. It's
off
like
the...
a dinosaur just stepped in front of the
car. Just like... and he's just like... And you can see him just swerving back and forth.
Dude, his truck was just like bobbing all over the place.
Yeah, just sliding around in the dirt. But he was going fast.
He was. He needed to get there.
Yeah, like he needed to get somewhere and he was going fast off-road.
That was the best part for me.
That was your peak?
That was my favorite.
Okay. Because he was driving wild. And then... Yeah, we just kind of kept going and like, and then it's mostly that we like check our phones and stuff, and it starts raining ash, and I like make some food, and we just like eat food, and it's raining ash and stuff. But and then you went to get gas. Was that normal?
To go get gas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no.
There was. It's like almost as if everybody thought about it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't piled up when I pulled up to the gas station. All of a sudden, as I'm filling up, it's just like this line starting to build out to the highway.
Right. So you just, if you had been like 20 minutes later, it would have been screwed.
Yeah, even just like a minute later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I get back and Marty's just like...
Yeah.
Hanging out in the driveway.
Yeah. The neighbor is just like, all right. You know, we might have to just cut our losses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do another water.
Next water.
So, this is still... Would you open this for me?
Yeah, more Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo.
This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
All right.
So, there is this one thing that I never told you that I feel really guilty about.
Oh, no.
Where, like... When I came here, I drove a U-Haul down, and then at first I didn't have a vehicle, right? Before I bought the Tacoma. Before we both went to the dealership on the same day and got the same truck.
Yeah, those...
We drove in with one truck
day.
And drove out with 3 trucks. It was
we showed up, and we're just like, we're buying trucks today.
Yeah.
Come on.
And we just bought 2 trucks.
Yeah, they're twins.
It was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It was like, when you have a kid.
There was a birthing involved. Yeah.
So, but before that.
Okay, so the guilt part.
Yes. So before that, you let me borrow a vehicle known as the P-Wagon.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
What was the P-Wagon? What kind of vehicle was it?
It was a Honda Accord.
It was a Honda Accord. Yeah. And it was kind of run down.
Oh, that thing, almost sent me to the moon.
Yeah.
I almost died in that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's where people go at when they die.
Yeah.
The moon.
That's true.
So you let me borrow the P-Wagons because you have all these different vehicles.
Right. I just don't remember like the amount of time I let you borrow the P-Wagon.
It was more like an open offer.
Right.
And then like sometimes I would go get groceries in the P-Wagon.
Yeah. But you didn't just like joyride. Or is this part of the guilt?
No, I didn't joyride very much in it. No,
not at all.
It was very basic. Because the feeling was much more like, I don't have a car that I feel comfortable just joyriding in. So I really wanted to buy a car.
Right.
But then there was a time kind of way back where we were kind of like on the run and I couldn't stay at the house. And it was a snowstorm. It was during a snowstorm.
That's right. Uh-huh.
So the whole town is covered in snow, which is like weird here. Like people aren't used to that.
No.
And then I went and stayed at a hotel.
Because you couldn't make it back home.
No, because we were on the run. And then...
Was that why, really, we were on the run at that time too? Huh?
Yeah, we were. We've been on the run a lot this year.
Again.
Anyway, I go to a hotel and then like, it's in the middle of the night. I'm in a hotel and it's like a shitty motel and I need some food and I don't have any food. And I'm trying to go get some drive-through and it's dicey because there's like like the hills when it's snowy and icy, and I'm the worst driver ever.
Yeah.
In the P-Wagon, like it was a lot of compounding factors for how it was like very sketchy driving.
That's true.
I was sliding around in this thing and sloshing around in
and
the
it
snow.
was shortly after you got back. I mean,
Yeah.
you had just barely driven your first
Yes.
U-Haul.
Yes, I hadn't driven anything except
Anything
that.
before that.
Like I was, yes. And then there was this one time where like, I think it was getting out of the motel, trying to go get some drive-through, where like, it's super dark. And for some reason I pull over to like, oh yeah. The car is covered in snow and I thought I got enough snow off of it, but I didn't. So I pull over and then I get out of the car and I'm like pushing more snow off of this like vehicle and I can barely see anything. I can barely see anything. So I get out and I like get more snow off of the car, but I don't have a scraper or anything.
Right.
So it's like hard to see. And then like I'm trying to get out and I realize that I'm stuck.
You got stuck in the
I'm
P-Wagon.
stuck in the middle, on the side of the road. And I'm like trying to give it gas and it's kind of like turning, but not going. And there's like a smell, like it smells like burning something.
Yes.
And I get out of it and I'm like, can I push it and then drive? Like, can you be one person and even do this? Like I'm panicking. It's like midnight.
You're like trying to bobsled with the P-Wagon, just you alone.
Yeah, and then I realized that after like being stuck in this pile of snow for like a while, I realized that like I haven't disengaged the parking brake.
That's the burning smell.
Yeah.
Is that you just been burning
Yeah.
that parking brake forever.
Yeah, and like, Javi, I'm sorry.
Joey, you've been feeling guilt about it.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was like fucking up the parking brake, bro.
Bro,
it was
no
your car, and
wonder.
I never told you, and I felt so guilty.
Ever since that moment, the parking brake was never the same.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't.
There was a noticeable difference.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
That parking brake just wasn't really a parking brake after that, right?
Yeah, it was just for like aesthetics. It's just to make you feel good.
I forgot to disengage it. But then you sold that thing and I felt a little bit better because it's like, that cleans the slate. But maybe you sold it for less money because the parking brake was...
I mean, I still haven't gotten money for that thing. So essentially I haven't sold it. It was more like a gift.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. We'll see if anything comes out of it.
Okay, that's a little bit annoying.
But yeah, you came clean, Joey.
I did. The podcast is all about radical honesty.
Yes.
I'm sorry, man. I forgot to disengage the thing.
I mean, you could have crashed that thing into a wall and that would have been fine.
Yeah, because
And
you're
not
an
told
angel.
me about it.
Yeah, not told you about it. Okay, let's try the next one here.
All right, here we go.
That feels so much better. Having some apple.
Yeah.
This apple is going to taste way better than the previous apple because now I'm guilt-free.
Yeah.
So this is only
right.
24%. No.
Joey, it smells weird.
Ooh, that does smell weird, huh?
It kind of has like a little bit of a urine smell.
Yeah, keep going. Tell me more. Urine.
I don't know what's going on in here. Now I just can't smell anything.
It's yeasty.
It's
yeast.
Is that what it is?
But
So it's like a UTI.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a UTI.
UTI and a yeast infection are different
Are they
things. Hav,
different?
but
Okay.
you're a man. You don't need to
I
know
don't need to
about
know about these things.
No.
I just clump it all together.
Yeah, just pour some cranberry juice on it.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, that's less clean. It's not that good.
I'm not enjoying that.
No, that's not good. So
The other Ringo in the bottle,
it's better.
way better.
Just more normal.
Yeah.
This is bad. So a couple episodes or last episode or whatever, I reviewed a different canned, it was called Mikan, which is like a small Japanese orange. Mm-hmm. And I crack it open and I smell it, and it smells salty and fishy, like fish. And it's just orange juice, sparkling water, but all like fancy Japanese water. And this also has like weird extra side smells.
Dude, it kind of tastes like it smells too. It's a little gross.
Yeah, it's a little gross.
Sorry, company. Just being honest.
Yeah, you're way too nice, man. You gotta.
It's a little
I
gross.
paid for this. You gave it to me for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, we're not gonna hide any
Yeah,
facts about this.
yeah,
Should we try the next one? I feel like I need a palate cleanser.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. We're gonna wait just a second.
We're
on
gonna
the
work
next
up
one.
to it.
You know the thing about these? Last year, like November, December, or whatever, I visited here, and I was gonna.
That was when I met you.
Yeah. What was the timeline here? I was doing the podcast. Yeah, I recorded a podcast while I was here. Yeah. I was going to review these, so I bought them. Normally, I email the company and ask for free samples, but sometimes that takes a while for them to like look at their stupid email and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted some right away sent to here, and I was going to review it while visiting here.
Okay, so you're timing it off so that it be received at the time that you're staying here.
No, I bought it while here, but I like paid for extra express shipping or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So, it like happens. I buy it. I spend $100 on one of every single product that they have.
Wow.
The entire product line. I buy one of everything.
Bro.
And is that excessive?
It's a little lot. a little bit more than what I would expect.
Yeah, but no. You got to go hard. So I place the order, it's going, and then just the 5 days go by or whatever, and I check it, and it just says that it was received and signed by A. Smith and received at the UPS store, 111 Bank Street in Grass Valley. So I call the UPS store and I ask about it, and they're like, "No, we didn't get nothing." So fucking UPS just like gave it to some guy.
A random person.
And out on the sidewalk outside of the UPS store.
Excuse me, sir.
And asked for a name. And the guy was like, "Yeah, my name is Smith.
Oh my God.
First name, yeah, A. Just put A." So this person just said A. Smith and got $100 of my sparkling water. And then they like wouldn't send me more water. And then in the end, it took 7 months to get the water. So like I paid for the extra super quick shipping, and then in the end, it took 7 months for me to get the water.
Which the extra quick shipping was how much?
I don't know, but I remember that the whole thing was like $110 or something for everything, you know? Whack.
Bro,
so whack.
You got waxed.
Yeah, I got waxed. It's a whisker. But, and then they're not that good either.
No. So this is from that shipment?
Yes. Yes, it finally
Maybe
arrived.
that one soured in the amount of time that you've had it, because that one was just like really gross.
Nah, bruh. There's such a thing as a best before date. And it's like, yeah. January 28th, 2022. They don't they don't get a free out.
So then it's good.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
Yeah, it's just
It's
not
just
that good.
not that good.
It's just not that good.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that one very much at all.
Yeah.
Kind of gross.
So, we go back to the house and stuff. Like, was there something else about the fire? Like, you know?
No, they ended up putting it out.
Yeah. At the
Basically.
end, yeah. At the end, it's like you're so curious and you want to see if your town is still there, but you have to, like, it's rude to go and try to look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then you're in the way.
Even after going to the gym, I was considering going over there.
Yeah.
But it's nighttime. It's not like I'm going to really get a good view of what's happening.
No. I did see a picture, though, on the internet just now of it at night. And it's like all these like glowing areas.
Oh, so it's still active.
Part of town burned down for sure.
Bro.
Yeah, it's still active. It's 70% contained, so I guess that means it's still burning.
Yeah.
But after a certain point, it's more about just like getting ready to leave and not being in the way.
Yeah.
Is the thing to do, right?
It's priority, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So in the end there, it was like, I just kind of sat at the house and I kind of like...
No, we went to the gym.
Yeah, we went to the gym.
Just to clear our mind. Go to
and
the gym.
The highway is closed due to the fire.
Yeah. Was it? So the thing was that we avoided the highway, but I think the highway was open.
Now, the highway reopened at 7:15 p.m.
Oh.
Which is right when I left the gym. I wasn't thinking, and my mind just brought me over to the highway. Like the normal route home, because I wasn't thinking about let's avoid the highway or whatever because it's closed. And there was a cop car at by the on-ramp, but I realized that I could have driven past the on-ramp and he was actually letting people on.
Yeah.
But...
So we did the right thing going...
Oh, it was closed.
On
the highway was closed.
Nevada City Highway.
Yeah. Okay. We drove around. We did the little back streets.
Yeah.
But we got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, end of the world stuff. End of the world stuff, and then you hit the gym. Because I had a lap swim lane booked. You know.
Yeah, you can't just.
What was I supposed to do?
Ignore that.
If the gym is there,
it didn't
I'm gonna
burn
go
down.
swim.
That's right, Joey.
Yeah, so we're good.
We gotta take advantage of what we got.
Yes. Another interesting thing is like, while we got to the house, it was mostly about like checking the updates and looking at the map and stuff. But there was this fascinating expression that they wrote like in all caps, like the highway's closed. The column has collapsed. The column has collapsed.
Yeah, it was really confusing.
And we thought that the fucking bridge, the column has collapsed to any normal person.
And then it said something about embers going in every direction. So it's like you would expect by the wording that like the bridge collapsed.
Yeah, the bridge collapsed because of a fire and embers flew everywhere.
Totally.
But in reality, it's actually like this technical term. Like all of these like messages they send to you, they're written in these like
cryptic.
Super cryptic.
It's weird.
Yeah, like they're very hard to understand.
I would have believed anything.
Yeah. But so what that means is that the column of smoke, if you're lucky, goes straight up and all the embers just go straight up. Or it goes in one direction. And then when it goes in one direction, you can just have people have emergency personnel and firefighters stay under and around and have helicopters just look for spot fires. But when the column collapses is when it just explodes and the smoke just goes in every single direction.
Oh, so you actually looked it up.
So listening to the radio, KVMR, afterwards going to the gym, Pascal, the journalist from Bennett, the guy with the annoying Eastern European accent, is on there explaining in the metaphor, I almost said allegory. Yeah, the analogy that he used is like when the column collapses, it's like throwing a water balloon.
Oh, okay.
It's like dropping a water balloon on the floor and water
it's just bursting.
Yeah, it's like 365 degrees.
Right.
So when the column collapses, it's like panic because then spot fires will appear in every single direction.
It's like it's literally splashing everywhere.
Yeah. So there was a lot of spot fires or something. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It was a struggle today, Joey.
Yeah, and you didn't even like sleep good yesterday.
No, I got minimal sleep last night.
and now it's midnight, and we were just fighting for our lives all day.
Yeah, and then I got muscled into this
And then
loft
at
area.
midnight, I'm like, okay, so now we're going into the attic, and we're recording a podcast. Because Javi cannot say no because he's an angel.
It's true.
I mean, it's what happened.
Yep. Came down from the heavens.
Yeah, you came down from the heavens. And yeah, man.
Yeah, you really took advantage of that one.
Yeah, I did. I did. I coerced you into recording a podcast at midnight with me.
Yeah,
All right.
It's actually very pleasant.
Yeah, bro. Are there any other issues you want to talk about? What are you looking like?
I just realized there's a huge cube in there. You've
it's
had
ice.
this ready.
Yeah, I keep this in the freezer.
Nice. It's the same water.
I mean,
it's the same. We're gonna use the same water for like the whole duration of the podcast.
For season 2, it's 50 episodes. Only 50 episodes.
Nice. Okay.
But our tap water is pretty wacky to begin with.
It's a little strange.
Javi told me that our tap water contains fecal matter.
Yeah, it's poop.
It contains poop. It's what euphemistically is referred to as NID water, which is some sort of what does that mean?
Agricultural.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use it for ag land.
It's strictly for agriculture use, and that's our tap water.
Yeah.
And then in the beginning, we just ran it through a Brita and drank it. And then later, I realized that a Brita is only designed to filter out 3 very specific things and nothing else.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You can still die.
I mean, it says nothing about poop. Like,
No.
those 3 things. It's
sure
like,
doesn't.
It like filters out chlorine and 2 other things.
Right. Sediment.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, it's like 3 very specific like metals or chemicals. And
Okay.
everything else goes through.
yeah, okay. So we're pretty much in danger still.
It wasn't good drinking.
You know what's weird though? Is that the water ends up changing color after sitting in that container
Oh, bro.
for a few days.
It starts out brown, and then you filter it and let it sit, and then it's green.
Yeah.
So,
It's weird.
yeah. You
Something
don't even
about
like
that.
showering in that water.
No, I usually go to the gym.
Yeah. So check this out. This is a Seattle local thing.
Oh.
This is Talking Rain. But as you can see, it says caffeine on there. So
I thought we weren't going to do the caffeine.
no, the thing is that I was going to let you pick if we were going to do apple or pomegranate.
Okay.
And then I realized that pomegranate was 3 different caffeinated ones. And one of them has 300 milligrams of caffeine. Like it's an extreme amount of caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
This has 25 milligrams of caffeine. Let me just get that right.
So you went for the lesser of evil.
2 of them, we just had 2 that are caffeine free. Okay, 50 milligrams of caffeine. So you're just going to have 1 sip, Hav. It's midnight.
Yeah,
You're
I'm going to drink the rest of that other one because I really like
yeah,
that one.
you like that one.
That's going to
Did you
cleanse the
get?
palate.
We forgot to score the previous one. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
That one's a 2 for sure.
Yeah, that's a 2. Okay, so this is Talking Rain. Talking Rain is like actually, it's kind of a dark horse. It's fucking amazing. And these are so cheap. Like an 8-pack in Seattle can be $2.
Dude, this stuff smells good.
Dude, I love Talking Rain. And I brought this in my U-Haul all the way from the state of Washington. I drove this across the country.
This smells like
Oof, that's artificial.
like Jolly
though.
Rancher.
Yeah, that's
green apple.
That's mega artificial. Oh, dude, I
All right,
feel
you gotta drink
delirious
this.
too, dude.
Yeah. We started off delirious. Now we're just like
Dude, I was so
kinda
depressed last night that I just played video games until 3:30.
Yeah, I would have been there for you, Joey. And we would have
Yeah,
played
you
video
would've.
games until maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, I mean that's pretty fresh.
Yeah, I like this one. Doesn't have much of the green apple flavor, but
Super light,
Very light.
very sharp bubbles. Very sharp bubbles. Yeah, I played video games until 3:30 a.m. and then I woke up at 9 a.m. because there were so many flies in my bedroom. And then I have this electric fly swatter by the bed,
you just wake up swinging it.
and I didn't catch them.
None of them.
I didn't. Oh God, it's so frustrating. But I spent like 45 minutes on it, just like angrily laying there.
You really did. You put the effort in.
Dude, this week I've had the worst ways of waking up, man.
It's tough, Joey.
Because you know what I was dreaming? You know what I was dreaming this morning when the flies woke me up? I was dreaming that it would be fun to Google what's the longest train ever.
What?
Like, even in my dreams, things are like really boring.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm on my phone, basically, in my dreams.
You do that in your dreams.
I guess. In my dream, I was like...
how does that even work itself into your dream?
I don't know, dude.
Do you think that it's because you're on your phone, that impact in real life actually has an effect in your dream space? Is that...
I don't know.
I don't think you're on your phone that much, are you?
No, not more than anyone else. But it's also like, I didn't Google it in my dream. I just did that thing where you think of something you want to Google later.
Okay.
And you make a mental note where you're like, excuse me, a little bit of talking rain, sharp bubbles burp. Man, those are sharp.
They're sharp.
Dude, they're sharp and delicious. But like, I was just like thinking about it like, oh yeah, I'm going to Google who has the longest train. And like, I'm going to Google like if that train has like more than one engine. And like, which country is it in?
Yeah, these are all facts that need to be known.
Like, it just
if you're going to Google the longest train,
yeah, I would read a little bit about it.
Yeah.
But that's what I was dreaming.
So, did you ever get to it?
No.
You haven't done it?
No, I didn't Google
carry
it.
on into the real space.
No. I just woke up and swatted at some flies and then like angrily got out of bed.
I just picture you with your face still in the pillow, like hugging the pillow.
Yeah.
And just like swatting.
Yeah. And like for a good portion of it, I just had the covers over my face.
Just like that, yeah.
Just like, what are we doing here? Carbon monoxide poisoning or the flies are mating on my head?
Yeah, they're totally mating on your head, Joey. Is there a fly in here?
No, I was just checking the time. Real good. We're at 57 minutes. It's real close to that.
Are we going to taper it down?
105 mark.
Ooh. We have...
We got just a tiny bit left. I'm just going to talk about all these, like, in the last 7 days, I've had some of the worst wake-ups. So, on Friday, I woke up to... I told you about this. You know most of this already. I wake up at like a cushy 11:30 to a voicemail, and I checked the voicemail and the beginning. Okay, so I have to give a little bit of background here that like, so I started this company. I bought like all this product from China, and the product arrived, my third shipment that I'm receiving. It's like, I'm going to sell this stuff for 10 grand. It's like a big deal. It's going to fucking work. I'm real excited about it. It arrives in America 9 weeks previous. And then it just sits at customs because COVID makes customs so slow that they just took 9 weeks to even look at it. And every week I'm like, oh, it's probably going to show up now. So I've just waited for 9 weeks. And after a while, I even stopped checking the UPS tracking number because I just felt like I was jinxing it by looking at the kettle every single day. It was never going to boil. So I just stopped checking it. And I was like, it'll just show up. And then I wake up at 11:30 this one morning and the voicemail starts out with this delivery man being heated. And he's like, okay, so if you don't call me back in the next 3 minutes, this whole shipping, I got about 35 boxes here. All of this is going back to sender. I can't do anything. It's nothing personal. And he's just like screaming into the phone.
Very rational.
Very aggressive.
Super
and
aggressive,
I fly out of bed because I'm like, this voicemail is from 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
And he gave me 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've waited literally 3.5 months for this shipment. And then I have 3 minutes. And if I'm not available for a 3-minute window, then it's all screwed.
Just to please the driver.
Oh my God. It was so stressful that I literally ran out of the house in what I had been sleeping in.
Yeah. I heard you just like muddling some sort of like, fucking bullshit.
Dude, it was the worst wake up ever.
Close the door.
And then like, I'm sitting in my car and I realize I'm wearing like these gray pajama shorts and a gray t-shirt. And I just look ridiculous. And like flip-flops. And I'm about to go to like a UPS because I call him I call him on the phone and he's like, okay, yeah, we'll keep it for you for a second. If you come to our shipping center right now, you can get it.
I mean, what were they going to do? Were they really going to send it out at that moment? Is that even possible?
I don't know, dude. It was the worst wake up. It was the worst wake up of a very long time.
Right.
And then I sit down in the car and I realize that like I'm going to have to go have a fight and I'm just wearing the most ridiculous outfit. So I actually went back in the house and put some pants on and grabbed a Red Bull. A sugar-free Red Bull.
Strained you out.
It just like got me heated for the fight I was going to go in.
Totally.
And then like I roll up on this UPS center and this guy's like, Magnus! Do you know that that's my legal first name?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. He's like, Magnus!
There's like a fanfare.
Yeah. And it was like his boss. And the boss was like, he literally said, he literally apologized for his guy and was like, he gets a little bit crazy with the messages. That's what he said about his own employee.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah. He said that about his own employee that oh yeah, that guy, he gets crazy.
Yeah. That's true.
He does get crazy.
Obviously.
Yeah.
There's a problem with that guy.
Yeah.
That
guy's whack, dude.
He woke you up abruptly.
Yeah, it was not nice.
It was kind of threatening. It was very threatening.
Oh,
actually.
It was super threatening. But then, and then the other wake up the next day. This is a funny thing that, like, I don't know. This is just like one of these like universal movie tropes or something, or like it's a thing in life where like you wake up and you don't have power, and how do you notice? So I woke up and I was on my phone for like 20 minutes, and then I like roll out of bed and I like go sit on the porch and just like waking up a little bit, and like I did all these different things, and then I go to make coffee and I'm like trying to turn on the coffee maker, and it's been like an hour. And then I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't have any power. Like I don't have power.
But you made it an hour.
Yeah, I made it an hour before realizing.
That's actually pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Most people would have noticed within the first like 5-10 minutes.
You think so?
I feel like that might be a thing.
Yeah.
Did you lay in bed for an hour?
No.
You were moving around,
just like
doing things.
Wandered around.
Yeah.
In a haze. Not noticing that it's like dark.
Right.
And silent.
That's the thing, is the silence.
It's so silent.
It's really nice, actually.
The fridge is quiet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All the humming.
And then when it turns on, it's just like...
Yeah. When it turns on, you realize that every single device you own beeps when you plug it in. Uh-huh. Everything is beeping all of a sudden.
It's offensive, almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I called you, and while we were on the phone, they turned it on.
That's right. I heard the beeps.
Yeah. There's just like an orchestra of beeps.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, what do you give the Talking Rain Green Apple?
I'd say that one's probably a 7 for me.
Oh, it's a 7. Yeah, that's good. Exactly.
Yeah.
For me, it's an 8.5. But Talking Rain was like one of the few things I really liked about Seattle.
Talking Rain. What is that? You remember Chocolate Rain? Chocolate Rain.
No, what's that?
No, it's like this YouTube video. It's this kid playing on a keyboard, and he's got this like strangely deep voice. He's just I don't remember exactly, but it's like
an
chocolate.
Early meme, or it's a recent meme.
It's not a recent meme.
It's a middle-aged meme.
Yes, middle-aged, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah,
next time you got to bring.
No, it's good to recommend memes. Yeah. We're all gonna go look up Chocolate Rain after this video.
Please look it up.
All right, Hob, anything else you?
No, I'm still delirious, Joey.
Yeah, I'm late, dude.
Dragging my feet.
It's midnight exactly right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's midnight.
Wait, when did we start?
At 11, I guess.
Did we hit the 1?
That doesn't make sense. I thought we started way after that. Anyway, yeah, we're at an hour. We're at an hour 5. That's what it is.
I didn't think I was going to make it.
Have you got any other thoughts? You got any bad wake-ups recently?
Oh, man. Yeah, that guy just coming and like getting Sasuke all riled up. The dog. Yeah.
Right.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning, the neighbor wanders over. You sleeping at your girlfriend's house, and
I was naked.
You were?
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my undies on.
You had your undies on, yeah.
But I went out there, and the dog's freaking out. And then there's this guy standing between Christiana's car and my truck, and he's just like in these like parachute pants. It's almost like circus pants.
Okay.
And he has no shirt on. It's like super long dreads. And he's just like, somebody just stole some stuff off of my porch, some personal items. And it was just like a very abrupt moment to wake up to. Naked, practically.
Sounds like an episode of Cops. Like the moment before the camera crew arrives.
Right.
No one is wearing a shirt.
Nope.
Half of y'all aren't even wearing pants.
Yeah. I mean, Christiana wasn't wearing any pants at all.
Yeah, and a fight is about to break out.
Yeah. I almost released the Sasuke on him.
Yeah.
I should have done that just for...
That dog is kind of wild. Not as...
That was my abrupt waking up.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It wasn't that good.
That's terrible.
But other than that, it was you know, what's weird is I was having a dream about a guy out in the yard. So it's taking place at a house.
Okay.
I don't recognize this place. And I'm walking my dog. I let him out the door. There's this guy dressed in a bear outfit. And I'm thinking it's a real bear. And he walks up and he's like, it's my friend dressed in a bear outfit. And he's like, no, it's me. Don't worry. It's like, I'm just walking my dog. And then literally I wake up to this guy in the yard and Sasuke freaking out on him. It was like,
that's weird.
From the dream to that.
It was a premonition dream. Is that what you're saying? It was a foreshadowing dream.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
That's weird. That's like that radio story. There's like a famous radio story about a guy who was always dressing up as Sasquatch, and then one day he would dress up as Sasquatch and stand on this cliff face and sort of like wave at people passing by.
That was his thing to do.
Yeah, and then one time his friend got really close to him with a gun. And he had to take the head off the thing and be like, "Oh, it's me! Don't shoot."
I'm not really Squatch.
Yeah, I'm not Squatch. And
but he almost died.
Yeah, he almost died. I mean, you definitely almost die if you dress up as a bear and just kind of, or a Squatch and just kind of like hang,
right?
Just loiter in the forest.
I mean, I almost shot the guy with the BB gun. I was
exactly.
It's not like it was going to be lethal or anything, but
no.
I was reaching for the BB gun and I was like, maybe I shouldn't just point and shoot somebody that I haven't really talked to just yet.
I mean, yeah. COVID made you less agreeable.
That's the truth, Joey. Oh my God.
You used to not have an angry bone in your body.
Not at all. No. And now I just get frustrated and irritated.
Now it's Mr. Anger Management over here.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah, but now it's bedtime.
It's time to go to bed?
Now it's bedtime.
All right.
So
maybe you're going to play some video games.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Yeah, I can't wait to go sleep in my bed.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. And thanks for not saying no to the podcast, Hav.
You're welcome, Joe. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, we're
nice.
good. We're good.
We did it.
We did it, yeah.
We did it.
Thanks, y'all.